Okay. Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something that everyone has had some sort of issue with, and that's body shaming. You know me, I typically write my posts out, but I thought that it would be better to do a voice recording of this because I think just me talking in my own voice might be more poignant and it'll go to heart that much better if I just say things out loud. So, anyway, uh, you know what I mean when I talk about body shaming. There's that ideal figure that men and women are supposed to accept as what's ideal. And we've all had issues with it. The reason we've all had issues with it is because either you're that ideal, which takes a hell ton of work in order to pull off, or you're not that ideal, which most of us are. And you wind up hating yourself one way or another because of it. And so this is what I want to do right now. I want to bring the ideal back down to earth. I'm not saying that ideal is wrong, but to each his own or whatever. What I'm trying to say is that there are other ideals that exist. That's what I'm trying to do right now is show people that there is another ideal. I want to flip things around. I want all the slim women and cut men to feel a little jealous of us for a change. And so when I say us, y'all know I'm not the ideal body type, or at least not what it is that society says the ideal body type is. I'm rotund. And I personally think that rotund is the ideal body type. I have the ideal body type. So, before I get too far into this little talksy, let's go to the root cause of the ideal body in the first place, and that is sex. So that idealism is imposed upon us at a young age, and it's not like you have sex when it is that you're at that young age, but that's what it is that we grow up into. That's what it is that we grow up believing. And I don't know. Let me think back. Let me start from the beginning. I've been chubby my whole life. I have never known skinny. Growing up, when I was hanging out with my friends, I'd always be the fat girl in the group. And my friends never treated me any differently because of it. Like P.S., I have the best fucking friends in the world. You fucking heard it right here, right there. Best friends ever. Anyway, but yeah, I was the fat girl in the group, and that's how I always felt. And I struggled with it a lot when it was that I was a kid. And that's how a lot of fat girls feel. They think to themselves, even as far back as their teens, if I'm not skinny like the other girls, I'll never get a boyfriend. And so, that main motivator in body image is, sex. Not that you have to have sex to, be in a relationship, but let's face facts, from us mature folks, us grown ups, when we're in relationships, that's usually the route things go. I digress. Anyway, yeah, the main motivator behind image and stuff is sex. We get turned on by looking at people that have the ideal body shape. So, all right, let's take just a moment and let's come back down to earth. So, here's the thing. There's this interesting irony that I'm confident now, and the reason why I feel so confident about myself now versus when I was in high school is that same exact motivator, which is sex. That's the difference between me now and me when I was a teenager. And I have had a lot of sex. A lot of sex. So here's my thing. I want to break that image ideal by drawing a line between the cerebral part of sex and the tactile part of sex. So think logically. When you see somebody with the ideal body type, that's a cerebral reaction. And that's what it takes to get some people to feel attracted and aroused. So that's what it is that I mean when I talk about the cerebral part of sex. However, I am a tactile person. I don't think it when it comes. I don't think. Period. When I'm having sex, I am not thinking. I am feeling it. It is sweaty. It is wet. It is warm. It is smooth. I breathe it in. I taste it. I smell it. It is awesome. So for me, sex isn't something that's cerebral at all. As to why I think my chunky chub slapping my tummy here is absolutely awesome, they say nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. Well, I say there's not a whole lot to feel with skinny. There's not a whole lot of surface area to touch with skinny. And so I, I'm not into skinny. I'm just personally not into skinny. You can keep your skinny. You can keep your fucking skinny to yourself. That's fine. But you're gonna say nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. Well, I'm gonna say skinny might look good, but chubby feels good. I tell you what, chubby feels awesome. I have that kind of figure where I have weight, but I'm buff under my fat. So I'm hard and I'm soft. I'm smooth. There's a whole lot of body for a man to feel and put his hands on, and it is absolutely awesome. You skinny girls have no clue what you're missing out on. It is just tragic that you have no clue what it means to have the surface area for a man to put his hands everywhere on everything. A whole lot of sensation going on, I tell you what. Anyway, I would never want to be a skinny bitch. Not that there's anything wrong with being a skinny bitch. I love my skinny bitches. Y'all hold a special place in my heart. But again, skinny just doesn't look as good as chubby feels. So, give me a sec. The same applies to guys. When it comes to what it is that I'm attracted to strong guys. So there's nothing wrong with small so long as you're strong. I'm a big girl in the first place. It takes a strong man to handle me the way I like to be handled, and a strong man has a strong caress. So, you get the picture. Anyway, strong. So, chiseled buff guys do it for me. Hell yeah. They look nice, they feel nice. But I love a man with strong arms and a tight little pot belly. Something I could play bongos on, right? Or, just kind of, like rub it, like a little circle. I'll rub on that tummy like I'm trying to make a wish. Like, I wish for world peace. Give me a sec. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, I'm all right. Anyway, so there's a difference. There's cerebral and there's tactile. If you're looking it, at somebody, that's a cerebral thing, and if that's how it is, if looking is what it is that you're into, if being cerebral is what it's that you're into, then that societal body image is what's right for you. But if you're like me and you're into feeling things and being tactile when it comes to sex, being bigger is what's right for you. So, yeah, I don't really think that there's a whole lot of room for argument on that one. I'd like to see somebody try to tell me that when it comes to the tactile part of sex, that being skinny is better. Maybe is you can get picked up and tossed around or something like that. But if you're not into it, then you're not into it. Yeah, I can still get picked up and tossed around so long as it's with a strong guy. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So, anyway, did my little master plan work? Are all you beautiful people jealous of us now as chubby girls? You like that? You like that? I like that. And I just want to make it absolutely clear. I am not promoting just letting yourself go outright. There's a lot of health risks that it is that a person has when it is that they don't take care of themselves. There's cardiac disease. There's diabetes. There's all sorts of stuff, like when it is that a person doesn't take care of themselves, and that's the thing is I might be hefty, but I'm healthy. My lipid profile looks great. My A1C is 4.8. I, try to stay active. I do martial arts. I think I'm a relatively healthy person, however chubby, right? Anyway, healthy is healthy. But and when you stop and think about it, even then, there's those people that can eat anything and not gain a pound. You see them eating donuts, you see them eating buffalo wings, you see them eating everything, and just it goes straight through them or something like that, and you're jealous of them. But stop and think about it. Yeah, you might look healthy, but you're not necessarily healthy. So um, I've known people that are on the smaller, skinny side that can eat whatever it is they want to eat, so they do, and then they get really bad cholesterol, and that still gives them, issues with potential for cardiac disease. So, healthy looking does not necessarily mean healthy. Healthy means healthy. And, if you need me to give some sort of definition as to what it is that I think healthy is, just ask yourself this, can I run from an imminent threat? If the answer is yes, you're healthy. If the answer is no, then you really ought to do something about that. But, in that perspective, I think we can all agree healthy is when you can run from an imminent threat. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. I don't necessarily want hot people, like feeling not as good about themselves. You're hot. That's awesome, right? But I really think that people that feel bad about how they look, that have whatever image issues, that look in the mirror and are dissatisfied, need to try to look at things from a different perspective. Again, there's that cerebral part and there's that tactile part. Try to learn how to appreciate, that tactile part if you can. Anyway, I'm out. Cheers.